Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I'm here to give you a brief tip on our new cling stamp sets. I have laid them all out here just to point out to you that they're labeled with what they are. That way you don't have to worry about getting confused. That was important to me. I'm not so worried about this one. Obviously you're not going to get photopolymer confused, but these were the two I was worried about. So they are clearly labeled. And then if you're in the middle of stamping and you don't necessarily have the case right next to you, I also wanted to show you that if you compare the cling stamp to the clear mount stamp, you could see the clear mount is a tannish color and the cling stamp is a white color. And I hope you could see that. If not, you'll be able to see in person. The new clings are clearly a white color. So if you're sitting there going, oh, is this gonna be super sticky or do I maybe need to use something to get this to stick? Remember, the super white ones are the new cling and they are very sticky. So just to show you the difference, if I go like this, and I always tell you guys to do that and stamp and make sure it's tapped a couple times down, it comes right back off. And you know, there's nothing more frustrating than having it inked up and be in the middle of the project and it fall off. So a lot of us used a double-sided tape. We're not going to have that experience with the new cling mount. You put them on, I have not even pressed down yet and it's already hard to get off. So cling mount, they are very successful with the cling. However, some would say too successful. So that wasn't their intention, but some people are having a difficult time getting back off. The video I showed you last week, she used her fingernail and just popped right under there. I don't always have nice long fingernails because I do a lot of hard work with my hands. And so what I have found is this spatula tool. And I know a lot of you have these lying around. And so what you need to do is you need to be careful not to damage this foam piece in any way because that could easily affect how your stamp stamps. Also, you don't want this rubber piece to come off either. So what I do is I didn't put it on there very firmly, so it's coming back off. But if I really truly stamped with this and put pressure with it, it's not going to. So what I do is I simply go around the edge and I find until I'm under the sticker too, and I just kind of slide under there. I'm gentle with it and it peels right off. Caution you, be gentle or you're going to mess up the foam or the rubber. So be gentle. If you have nice long fingernails, you might be able to pop it off. Otherwise, I have been using this tool and it has worked very nicely. Now, I always try to show my new customers that when you put together the stamp sets, you always want to line them up here. And so I apologize if I haven't. That is something I always try to do with new customers. But it's especially important with our new cling mounts because they are so super sticky. So you find that line, leave them on here. Do not remove it off. Find the line where I could see it comes apart. And I peel that off. I peel the other side. And then I pop this out of here. And there I go. And you need to make sure that you line it up. So I would suggest starting with one side and not putting it down until you're sure it's lined up all the way. Because it's so sticky, it's not gonna come back off for you, okay? I have always kept my stamps in the rubber. And the reason I do that is I could clearly see if one's missing. I know where this is. I'm using it for our maybe party this weekend. So it is sitting over there on the counter. But it's an easy way to go, oh, I don't want to put this up. I'm up yet. I'm missing a stamp. So I have always kept those in here. And by keeping them in the rubber, they're not quite firmly pressed against this plastic. So I think that will help the cling as well. Now, one of the things that I used to do for parties is I would get that basket all set up and I would put the stamps on there and I would do that, you know, earlier in the week and have it ready for the party. One of the complaints I've heard from other people's complaints about the cling is do not leave it setting on the block for a long time. Very hard to get off if you do that. So if you're done, clean it, get it put up, or clean it, put it on top of the case till you can put it up, but don't leave them setting on the blocks for a really long time because that's created all kinds of problems. Now, one of the things that the demonstrator showed you on the other video was if it's too clingy to take it and use some of the lint off of your shirt to clean it to make it less clingy. You know, you could try that. I probably won't because, you know, I want them to be clingy. But that is something you could try. It adds a little bit of lint on there. And then if it becomes not clingy again, you just run cold water over it and the clingy comes back. So in the new catalog, we will only, in the spring catalog, we will only be offering the cling stamp sets and the photopolymer. They have tracked sales and shown that the wood stamp sets are just not selling. So they will be discontinuing the wood stamp sets. I don't know in the main catalog that comes out in June if they're going to stick with this, but I imagine that this is the direction we're going, either photopolymer or cling stamps. So that is the direction, that is the news. Remember that we're during celebration time, so if you place a $25 order, you get my deal and you're entered for the drawing. But if you place $50 orders, you can get some of the free celebration sets. This is actually a set that comes with a $100 order, and I just am in love with it. And you can see everybody on Pinterest is in love with it as well. So cling stamps, they're great. They're super sticky, which was their point, but you're going to have to take some extra care because they're very sticky. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and have a great Wednesday.